Academy. I am coaching now.
Yo, what's up, HAMIES? Yo, we coming to you live from my PlayStation 3. First things first, pause if you have to, hit the like button. Stay paused, hit the subscribe button. And then, if you're feeling froggy, as you watch the video, go leave a comment. We're finally season 3, boys. And we're gonna start it off by checking out, the preseason rankings. We're in the top 25 to start the year. So, technically, our season opener versus Texas, who Texas will be coming to Denton because we went to Austin last year and beat them. We should be the favorite. We'll see how Herb Street feels. But, man, we took a break from season 2 because I wanted to change how I made the videos. I wanted to make the videos better, and every year I want to improve. Just like the team on the field. I want to get better at making these videos. So now I'm adding the commentary after the video. We'll see about streaming and getting the in game, in the moment type stuff. But I kind of like this format right now, and so that's how we gonna ride for now. And I like it so far. I really do. Recording these videos, it's a lot smoother for me, and I get to just kind of sit and reflect with y'all as stuff is coming up. So we're starting the year off. We're looking at rankings. We're looking at All-Americans. We're looking at the Heisman contenders, all of that. So y'all can just kind of see what's going on around the country, because once the season gets rolling, we got to focus on us and our next opponent. The preseason All-Americans, I think we had 1 or 2 defenders, but as you see, we're still not flooding, the All-Americans as far as, especially nationally. None of us on offense, which, it kind of is what it is. I think our best returning offensive player was, our most impactful anyway, was Vincent Bennett, our receiver with a lot of speed. The fact that Whitlock is our only guy, anybody who's been following since season 1 knows that Whitlock was he was in the doghouse, but I couldn't not start him because we just weren't very good. And he started developing last year into a dude you don't throw at. Like, now he's a playmaker for us. And so our base defense is 3-3-5, cover 3 sink, because I can adjust out of it. But that 1 high 3 shell, that's how we play defense, man. We want to keep 3 defenders, sometimes 4. We'll go into quarters, we'll go into that kind of look to try to take away the deep ball. But we are a cover 3 shell team, and we'll blitz underneath, we'll play coverage underneath. It just depends on who we're dealing with. But that for the most part is how we play defense. Offensively, we're still in the spread, we're still up tempo. We want to run the ball, but I got to be honest with you guys, taking a look at our offensive line, we don't appear to be able to, we don't have war daddies up front yet. We got some guys maybe down the line, and we're finally starting to recruit some linemen, but we don't have anybody who's just, 3rd and 1, I'm running behind him yet. This season, a big thing for us will be, I don't know if y'all were paying attention, those 4 guys who transferred in from Arkansas, they're going to be big for us. I think we have Hudson Henry. He's a tight end. He's as good a receiver as he is a blocker. I don't know why the Razorbacks weren't using him, but we are going to utilize him to the fullest. Williams, it's an outside linebacker, was a defensive end. We move him to outside linebacker in our scheme so that he can rush, come off the edge, set the edge, and get pressure in the pass game. We had Devin Bush. He's a starter for us opposite Whitlock. So our corners are pretty solid. Our 2 starting corners pretty solid. I think we're not gonna have as much of a problem, looking up and seeing our guy just burned. The biggest change that comes offensively is Jason Bean. As great a season as he had, his offseason just was lacking. So we will be starting Austin Aune out of Argyle, Texas. It says Denton on here, but Argyle is essentially Denton. So he wins the starting job, which means we're going to go away from the read option, and we're going to be much more about the short passing game. Aune, he's got pretty good accuracy, not a lot of arm strength, so there's not going to be a lot of velocity on his passes downfield, but he's going to be accurate, he's going to be consistent, and that's just how it's going to be this year. So the read option, that game, it'll be less of that and more reliant on timing and going back to the base and the inside zone. That's kind of where we're at home. That's kind of what we'll do this year. Lamar Clay, he's going to be a big player for us. We lost Muhammad, and so Clay moves into that free safety role, the third guy in our cover 3 shell. He has more range, he's got more size, and so hopefully he can become a playmaker for us, because we'll need it defensively. We do start the year off, like I said, with inviting Texas into our home. And once again, their roster it's just way stronger than ours. Like, if we had that roster, I would expect us to run the table in most cases, and our only hiccup may possibly be the Clemsons and Alabamas, because that's who we would be. But man, just man for man, their offensive line is strong. They got great running backs. The quarterback and receivers are somewhere where I think we have the advantage. So I think in the passing game we'll be able to handle them. Defensively, it's just their speed, man, and their depth. So next man up at UT. Their strong safeties, of course, both really, really good, which, depending on the situation, might mean that I can't, abuse that Hudson Henry matchup. But we'll see. We'll see what kind of matchups we can draw. Of course, every year, first episode, I show you my settings because I got nothing to hide. I personally am a really strong player. When the game was originally out, I was definitely, I was in the top 50. It was every year from NCAA 08 to NCAA 14. Sometime in the first 2 months, I was in the top 25 to 50. Like, it just is what it is. But now, as I play these dynasties, I don't play like that. I play much more Sims. So these are the settings we'll rock, and we're gonna have to get this season started, man. Lego.
Innovation that excites. Apogee Stadium in North Texas is a LEED Platinum certified stadium. The first newly built stadium to achieve that level. Utilizes wind turbines and solar panels to provide some of the power needs. First down, 10 to go.
All right, first drive of the season. We wanted to set the tone, let them pretty much know what we're going to be doing. The slant is always a big part of the game for us. Here, I'm watching the dig. I'm just looking to see where the coverage is. I throw it before the cut because that's how we got to be this year. The offensive line is not that good, and throughout the season, we'll see that. But you know what is really good? Hudson Henry. Got him matched up with the free safety. They sent 6, and we made him pay for it. 7 for 7 on that first drive. That's what we like to do. Defensively here, I was trying to click over and move to get in front of that screen, but my man's just is not that good yet. But we do get the stop. We rally. We got speed. I'm going to be showing a lot more pre-play adjustments right here. I usually adjust based on the formation, and then I try to take away their best receiver and leave a spot because the quarterback runs, we schmike him. We must put him down at all times. We can't have these quarterbacks running around on us. It happened a couple times last year, and for the most part, it's not worth it. Gamer tip: anytime you get off-man coverage, the curl is open. Throw it on time. It's easy money, but you got to make that read because if it's zone, you're probably throwing a pick six. We ended up on that drive, just ended up with a field goal here. This is one of the defenses I run to get pressure. What happens here, though, is he throws the ball right to us. Our first turnover forced of the season. This is a good play by the defender, doing his job. Just doing his job. Caught the young quarterback slipping here. They catch us slipping. Like I said, their run game should be an issue for us. But they just didn't commit. Part of that is, when you get ahead of somebody, it makes it harder for them to stay doing what they want to do. But right here, the game is still kind of close. I overrun the play, and Ingram makes us pay. It is what it is. You can't contain a team that's better than you that long. Eventually they're going to get something. We wanted to end the drive here, take the clock with us, get in the end zone. Mr. Bean, this is his drive. Here we hit Bennett going over the middle, but we lose Bennett for it looks like 10 weeks with broken ribs. So damn, got to change up how we run the offense now, because we just lost a lot of speed. But we did gain a little speed in the offseason here. Freshman running back John Hawkins. He's definitely the fastest running back in our backfield. Our change of pace guy, if you will. So he gives us a little bit of the ability to run certain run plays we just couldn't before because we didn't have the speed. Now, he's not a burner, but he's definitely way faster than, the Siggers of the world. Trey Siggers. Okay, here you see we're adjusting. We're keying receivers. But what happens here is it usually comes down to we get good coverage. We might get a schmike on the quarterback. And really, defense is all about what are you willing to give up, and what can you take away. That's pretty much it. You got to accept the fact they may move the ball on you, but you must maximize what you do as far as taking advantage of their mistakes. Offensively, like the sweep right there, that's something we don't run because our running backs were never fast enough to really threaten the edge. Now we can run this. I love this play because on the left I've got Henry, on the right got my man Shorter here. Throw the route before the defender can even react, and that's part of the timing we got now. The accuracy of Ani, the route running of White and Shorter, who I both believe Shorter's in the 90s. White is, I want to say 85, maybe 80. Losing Bennett, we lose a lot of speed in route running too, but it is what it is. We'll adjust. Trey Siggers, third year, tried and true, man. One of the better power backs in the country at this point. Here back on defense, we're trying to force them to throw the ball because running the ball is not going to be the way they come back. We're up 20 points going into the fourth, so they're going to have to really, have a couple of big plays to get back in this game. Third and long. I like man 2 versus 5 wide. I also like blitzing 5 wide, but they caught me unprepared, so we go man 2, and we get a pick by guess who? Mr. Whitlock, man. Mr. Whitlock is a dude now. We had Clay over the top. I did not get in position, as well as I wanted to, but it is what it is. Another series for Mr. Bean. Here we're in our 4-minute offense. We're just trying to get first downs. Every first down is another minute and a half, 2 minutes off the clock. We're trying to get out of here with a dub. Here, it appears that we get there, but holding penalty, man, rears its ugly head. It wasn't the first one we had either. Overall, offensively, running the ball was a struggle, but once again, third down situation. Last time we went man 2. This time we're sending them boys off the edge, and we catch the freshman slipping. I guess he thought he was getting man. He didn't, and them boys confused him. You could almost see him like the hitch in his giddy up. He was like, "Uh-oh, I made the wrong read." Once again, we're trying to put the game away. We just were not able to run the ball effectively. Like, I think here 21 rushes, 58 yards, averaging less than 3 yards a carry. But when you're maximizing what you're getting, you could be in a situation here where this is a pride play. Like, we're trying to keep them at the end zone. It had been academic for a while, but now we needed it official, and we get it with the big hit. And so, yes, we do start the season off 1-0. Not really an upset. I believe Herb Street had us. I don't remember, but it was a rough one, man. Like, the pass defense was there, held them under 200, which is always big. Running the ball is going to be an issue. Our offensive line is just not that good. We don't have a lot of high run blocking and high impact blocking. It's just not there. So Siggers, he might struggle this year, to get to a thou wow, but we're definitely we make adjustments. We have to, because we need to run the ball. We can't just sit back and throw the ball, because you see, we weren't dominant throwing the rock. I think we had about 260-ish, and losing Bennett for the next 9-10 games, that's going to be an issue as well, because that's a lot of speed. So it looks like we're going to have to turn to Goss and McDonald in the passing game to try to get our speed. But that's the fun, the biggest fun part for me is getting to adjust. You have an injury, next man up, we adjust how we run our offense. And so, hey man, that'll be it for the first episode of the season. We'll be coming at you every other night throughout the week. So like I said, leave a like, subscribe, share, do whatever you got to do. We're trying to blow the channel up this year, man. We'll see y'all next time.
Look at me. I am coaching now.